Can you believe that they left a Starbucks in the frame on that shot? That's ridiculous.
Only because they had to have one little egg that people wouldn't catch unless if you zoomed in.
It's a Starbucks cup. Were there Starbucks in Westeros? No. Oh, hi, Javier with Sleepwell, and today's topic is sleeping while you're traveling. Have you ever noticed that you have a hard time falling asleep in your hotel room while you're traveling? Well, today we cover that topic. So, without further ado, here is today's Good Mornings with Sleepwell. Good morning. Hi, I'm Javier.
And I'm Gretchen.
And this is Good Mornings with Sleepwell. And today is a beautiful, 90-degree day?
Actually, we have a cold system coming through yet again. Today's high is only going to be 77.
Oh, sweet. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I went running this morning and it was really nice. It was, 50 degrees? It was just perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I went walking slightly later after that, and I had to wear my jacket this morning. Lightweight, but yes.
T-shirt, jacket. What does that tell you?
I get cold easy.
So, let's see, things going on with us. We just got back from Carlsbad. We always do. We go to Carlsbad. We are seeing a change in the business structure of Carlsbad. We're seeing a little bit more of the regular Carlsbad business. I think that's pretty exciting.
It is. I mean, you always want to see a town survive for its own reasons, not just because of a job that comes through. And being that it's an oil town, it's very hard to try to balance the two, but they're making it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's really encouraging. I haven't even kept up. Do you know if the elevators are working at the caverns? Because I really do want to go.
No, but that right there is a good point. If you do want to go to the caverns, just make sure that you Google and find out that the elevators are working. Otherwise, you walk down, you walk up. So,
which really isn't a big deal because it's a mile and a half or a mile and a quarter down and then a mile and a quarter up, and it's very pretty, very pretty, very worthwhile. You get to see everything 2 times.
The hike up, don't let him make it sound like it's just a piece of cake. They don't let you take strollers into the cavern because it's steep. The grade is steep. So just know
that'd be a blast.
You walk down, you've got to walk back up. So it is a hike back up. It is.
It would be fun. And that brings us to our topic, which actually that's not a bad transition because our topic is about traveling and sleep.
Yes.
And during our recent travel, we went to Taos, New Mexico, which we absolutely love. Yeah. We as far as vacation recommendations, I think that both of us would agree that Taos is amazing.
That's our northern love. Whenever we got to travel northern in our state and stuff, we love to go there. Yeah. People are so nice and it's beautiful and there's so much to do and so much to see.
Yep, and there's a brewery down there that we absolutely love, Taos Mesa Brewing.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So so there's that. So when we travel and I stay in Carlsbad, she stays in Carlsbad. Well, we both stay in Carlsbad about once a month or once every other month. And when we stay, we always have that one transition night, and there's always a problem during that night of being able to switch from your bed to the hotel room. And today we thought we'd explore a couple of actual reasons for that. I know I've done some research and writing on it. She's done some Facebook posting. So you kick in. What do you think?
Well, I know we have some information here, but the first thing I'm going to say is I love the fact that hotels focus on having cold air conditioners and blackout curtains.
Right.
Those are both necessities for me. But when it comes to a mattress, I think it's key because when you lay on a mattress, obviously that's going to tell you what kind of support factors you have in order to be asleep, stay asleep, have comfortable sleep.
Yep. And it's not to say that hotel mattresses aren't comfortable. It's just to say that, one of the first things that you should probably do is test a mattress to make sure that you are going to be able to sleep on it. I know that when you get into the room after you've been out touring and everything, it's too late to call down to the front desk and say, hey, this is not going to work out for me. So maybe make that into a checklist item for you. I know that another thing that you need to consider is how close to the elevator and how close to the stairs are you?
Or the ice machine.
Or the ice machine, right,
Yeah.
right. And so that's something to consider. But also on top of your checklist of checking that, there are ways of countering that. What would you use? What would you take?
Ask for a room at the end of the hallway. What that does is it eliminates one neighbor. So you have one neighbor on one side of you or across the hall, but you don't have two people on either side of your room. It also removes you from, if they happen to have like a maid's room for like break room, the ice machine, elevators, all of that. I mean, it just removes you from the congestion of the walking down the hallways back and forth.
Right.
Anything that will actually set you off if you're a light sleeper, especially.
And if you're not able to conquer that, then consider, and I know this is a recommendation that I'm shouting out now, is consider taking a small Bluetooth speaker, so that way your phone, you can actually download white noise players, you can download rainstorm players. I know we have Spotify and we frequent rainstorms and thunderstorms, the sounds of it, because it's white noise and it'll cover background noise. So consider that to conquer any kind of noise that you're going to encounter. Let's see, what else is there? There's the hotel room that occasionally will not have the blackout curtains and has light leaks. What do you think of that?
I don't stay there. It has to have a good air conditioner that doesn't smell funny, and it has to have blackout curtains. Something about a motel room I really appreciate is privacy, because you have so many people that walk back and forth, and even if they're in a lower level, people outside can see in and all of that, and I'm not okay with that. But as far as having a blackout curtain, you have to consider if you're in a city area, you've got city lights outside as well. If you happen to have bad weather and that such, just having the curtain closed kind of takes your eyes off of staring at it. But just having that nice solid darkness in a room is one stability my brain can actually function best in when I sleep. That's what we do at home.
Right.
So, and they've proven, this kind of takes us into another topic, they've proven the fact that your body has natural instincts that rely on having a recognition type thing. When you're in a room, if you don't recognize the room, your brain is not going to fully let you stay asleep. It's like a survival instinct that kicks in to beware you're in a strange place. So the more you can make your hotel room like at home, I think it will help you adjust much easier. Okay. So now back to the topic of light leaks on the curtains. I will say that taking an eye mask or packing an eye mask is a good thing to have. And I mean, eye masks nowadays, they're not like the whole pressure thing that used to be. There's some really good design ones. In fact, we're currently investigating one that I don't want to say it's computerized, but it actually has it's got a vibration to it that will help you sleep more. So eye mask definitely I think that's basically a staple that you should pack when you're out traveling or whatnot, because you really don't know. And yeah, she's bringing up blackout curtains and everything like that, but there's always light leaks above the curtains, and those are basically the ones that I'm talking about. And a lot of the hotel's security, which it should be, security is number one for them. So a lot of light is coming in from the parking lot, from the parking lot, from the building itself. So yeah, I would definitely encourage you to pack a sleep mask. So on to the topic of first night syndrome. That's actually something that's real. It's instinctual. It's an instinctual programming in your mind to keep you safe. And it's really more about feeling secure. And it's more about, like you said, the recognition of your surroundings. What do you know about it? What have you heard? And let's discuss that a little bit. I know whenever you get into a layout of a hotel room, usually they're pretty basic. So it's not going to be something that really sets off the idea of too much distraction going on around you. It's just an easy way to just settle down and go to sleep. But when you have distractions from noises from people around you, like your neighbors above you, beside you, hearing the external noises you were talking about, like ice machine, the elevator bell, people walking back and forth, you have traffic in the hallway. All of this stuff can actually cause and create the distractions your brain is not used to.
So, and it's what's really happening, and this is so cool because when I wrote the blog on this one a couple months ago, it stunned me that this is an actual instinct that we have. So when we lay down in a hotel room and we're not familiar with the location, or we do not feel 100% secure in the location, our brain never goes into a full deep sleep the first night. Okay? So what's going on is you'll enter a light sleep, so that way you're not losing sleep completely, but you're also partially awake. The part of your brain that is listening to surroundings is fully awake. So when you wake up in the morning, yes, you had some sleep, but there is a part of you that will feel drowsy, that will feel like, oh, something's not right, and that is your instinct to keep you safe. So how would you overcome that? I don't think there's an answer to it, but I know that you can make yourself feel a little bit more rested. What are your thoughts?
You can bring your sleep habits from your house again with you.
Right.
When you were talking about white noise, if you have a habit of, let's say, falling asleep to the lull of a fan, okay? They have the air conditioners that have the louder noises, and if you don't want that air being too cold, you can set it on just vent. But just having that constant sound going will help. Having a cooler room does help as well, because your body has to drop those 2 degrees. So if you set your room about 66 to 68, it'll help you stay in that nice dark coldness that we're used to.
So what would be your thoughts? I mean, it just occurred to me right now, if the instinct is on security, what if you took one of those little traveling alarms? You know, they're about yay big. They go in a wedge underneath the door of the hotel room. What if a nice security beep 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 beep? You know, how would that help someone sleep, knowing that that's there?
Well, I think anytime you go into a hotel room, the first thing you need to do is do a walkthrough, and then after you do a walkthrough, you need to make sure that not only is your door locked and shut, but you do that secure bolt lock on there as well. Having that, I've never really thought about it being an issue, because I like to throw that extra lock. So even if someone had a key to try to come in, the door's not going to fully open.
Right.
And that noise would definitely wake you.
Yeah. I just, give us your thoughts on that. I mean, would you, as a traveler, feel safe or sleep better that first night with one of those little travel alarms? I'd be interested in knowing what people's opinion would be on that. Yeah. So, okay, so we've covered noise, we've covered light, we've covered the first night syndrome. What else is there that keeps us up in a hotel room?
I have to say one other thing too. Sense of smell is huge for me.
That's where I was going with it. Yeah.
So one of the things I like to do for sense of smell is I like to take my own pillows. And he can attest for that, because everywhere we go, I carry my pillows. I have my pillow next to me. I smell my pillow.
Because she gets disgusting in this conversation.
Well, people are, we sleep.
Anyways, changing the subject.
Yes. Well, that's also not just even a smell as much as it is, too. I have that support with me no matter what. That proper head support. So even if the mattress is not so good, I know that my support of my pillow is.
You're right.
And that comfort gives me relaxation, especially because I'm a stubborn side sleeper and I cannot stand hotel pillows. All that fluff that does nothing but it's just fluff. So.
Yeah, she does take her own pillows, which is actually embarrassing for me sometimes, because I end up taking 2 pillows through the lobby, all this luggage, and she's got her purse in one bag, and she's all...
No. I carry my stuff.
So anyways, so sense of smell is huge, and I know that there are many quality hotels that work on that as well. So sense of smell, I would say the other thing that really causes issue for people that are traveling is forgetting their sleep routine, because you have a lot of people that are traveling and they go out and eat at an hour before bedtime, or they're drinking excessively. Yeah, they're drinking excessively while they're traveling. And I mean, let alone you're driving and you have that extra energy drink because you don't want to fall asleep on the road, or you have the Starbucks at the airport. So all of these things factor in, and I think they're considerations that we have to take as travelers of, hey, what I'm going to want to go to sleep here pretty quick. So how am I going to control that? So I think that those are things that we all need to consider.
Yep. And if you're really concerned as far as like a mattress, it doesn't hurt whenever you're calling to book your room, or even if you do it online, take that time to call them and ask them, I'm just curious what type of mattresses you have.
Right.
And let them explain to you if they're going to be firm or pillow top or whatever, just so you know ahead of time. And then take it one step further and read reviews. When you read reviews, they're going to cover the points that say, this is my best part of the experience and this is the worst part of my experience. So just getting straight to the point, no one's going to advertise their weakness. They're only going to advertise their strengths.
Yep.
So it's good just to read the reviews, just to make sure that nothing there is going to compromise you being able to sleep.
Right. And I'm lucky because she loves doing the whole travel planning stuff. For me, when I'm going to Carlsbad, I'll actually rent the hotel room on the road. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But when we're going to, like, let's say we go to a Vegas market, or when we're going to Taos or whatnot, this woman will spend an entire day figuring out which rooms we're going to go in and everything.
Yes.
I could care less. I just need a bed. But like we just said in our coaching here, we need to investigate the bed. And that's something that I'm guilty of. I don't check the beds until later. You actually do. So, yeah.
I like to read everything just for the fact that I want to know, one, that we're investing in something that's going to be an experience, not just sleep.
I just need a room.
Sleep is important,
Yeah.
but I love an experience. And second of all, it just adds to you being gone. I mean, if you can't be in your own homestead where life is where you're used to, then make every part of your traveling a positive. So
Yep.
I really love investigating that. When he talks about Vegas, that should have been our topic instead of Taos. Because Taos, we have one place we love to stay.
Yeah.
And when you go to Vegas, you want to experience everything. And everyone knows that town never sleeps. It is always going, lights, noise, drinking, eating. Yes.
So if you guys want, and I'm going to segue and cut us off here because we are running over time. But I will tell you, one recommendation is in the comments. If you want to know which the hottest hotel rooms are in Vegas, we have an expert right here. I'm not joking. I am telling you flat out, she can tell you which hotel rooms would be the best for you.
Okay, don't ask me where to stay.
And with that, I want to remind you that when you sleep well,
You live well.
have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.